Hello, everybody. It's Kat Faraci. I'm here on my YouTube channel, Big Grief Questions. And the reason I started this channel was for you. I know many of you, as bereaved and grievers, either new or old, probably have questions about your grief. And so I wanted to create a platform where we could interact. I'm really looking forward to you dropping comments in the comment section about the questions that you have about grief and the different scenarios that you are coming across in your grief journey. So I appreciate you being here, and you can always reach me directly at my email at biggriefquestions@balanceinggrief.com. Big grief questions at balanceinggrief.com. And of course, it is down in the directions, or whatever it is that's below this video. You will find that link there. I'm new to doing videos, as you can see. So please bear with me as I work out the kinks. We'll figure it out together. But I do hope that this is a profitable channel for you. And I am the founder of Balancing Grief. You can find me at balanceinggrief.com. It is my website. I am a grief coach, and there's lots of things on there. It tells you about me, and it tells you there's some freebies on there as far as grief tip sheets. You can also purchase my book, Grief the Teacher, and you can also get this on Amazon or Kindle. And it's just the story about my experience with grief. I lost 14 loved ones from my age of 11 through 30. It did take my life on a completely different trajectory than I think um, anyone would have thought. I eventually found myself working for hospice for 25 years now. And, I didn't seek out that job. It found me. And I was a mess when I started, to be honest with you. And when I just started working there, I needed a job and it seemed like a natural fit. And, basically, I just went into it saying things to people that I wish people would have said to me when I was grieving. And it seemed to work. So, anyway, you can find out more about me on Balancing Grief. I'm just always looking for the balancing grief. We talk about the hardship and the suffering and the sadness and the difficulties, and we're trying to find our way through to navigate life. And sometimes it just means you need to find a little balance in what you're experiencing so that you can navigate safely. Um, okay, so our question for today. Well, let me pull it up here. Okay. Why do I feel so different from everyone else? Why do I feel so different from everyone else? You feel like an alien in your own body when you are grieving, often, especially in the beginning. And this is a strange yet common phenomenon. And it's most commonly known as temporal disorientation. I think that's a really good title for it, because you are definitely feeling disoriented, and it is temporal. You will begin to feel more comfortable in your new skin, for a lack of a better term, because right now you probably feel like a stranger in your own skin. What routines felt normal before, that, um, you know, going to work, running your errands, taking care of chores, or whatever it is that you do on a routine basis, it's really hard to function doing what was normal. and trying to navigate through each day with the weight of grief that's currently on your shoulders and overwhelming your every thought. So, this is where grief really kind of slaps you in the face because you don't feel like yourself. And the truth is, and I think I talked about this in one of the first videos, is that you really aren't ever going to feel your regular normal again. You are different, and you are different than anybody else experiencing it. But the interesting thing about it is you've joined this club of the bereaved, and none of us really know when we're out in society or, out at the workplace or wherever you're at, we really don't know who's in the club. It's not like we all wear badges because nobody wants to ever talk about their losses. Hi, I'm Kat. I lost my mom. I lost my dad. I lost my four aunts, three uncles, two friends, and my grandparents. How are you? Like, that's just not how we go. In fact, most people, you tell them you just lost somebody and they kind of throw back like, oh, that's terrible. And I really don't want to hear about it, you know? So here we are in society in this new club, and yet we're all alone. And the funny thing is so many around us are in that club as well, and we just don't know about it. So we need to be careful how we talk to each other, I think. I think that's why we need to have more grief conversations, why we need to talk about death more freely, more comfortably, because it's so natural for humanity. We're all either experiencing it, have experienced it, or going to experience it at some point. So to have a subject that we all so readily shy away from and not learn from each other and not give grace to each other is is really a shame to us all and a disservice to us all. So I hope you feel that way too. And that's why you're here. That's why we're having these conversations. Hopefully, so we can learn how to have these conversations outside of this YouTube channel. I I understand too that your grief experience is unique to you as mine is to me. And so sometimes it's really difficult for us to have those conversations because we often will say, I know how you feel. Yeah, I lost my mom too. Yeah, my dad too. Yeah, my sister. Yeah, I lost her. And but it's not the same, is it? I'm going to tell you a little story. And it was while I was working out in the field with hospice. That sounds like I was picking cotton or, shucking corn or whatever. But basically, field work is when you're going into the different homes to see people. And I got called to, it was a skilled nursing facility, and there was a woman who was 50 years old, and her name was Kathleen, which is my formal name. And she had a 20-year-old son who was there with her and really struggling because it was hours before her passing. And he had nobody else there at the time. He was waiting for other family to come, but he was just angry and scared and didn't know how to navigate the situation he found himself in. His name was Nathan. And so, they sent me in to see if I could bring any comfort to the situation. So I walked in and I introduced myself, and he just looked at me and said, "I don't want to talk to anybody." And I said, I can respect that. I understand that. So I just want to let you know that I don't know how you feel, and I'm not going to pretend to know in any way. But I am here, and if you feel like you need someone to talk to, I'm available to listen. So I'm just going to go and sit in the lobby for a while and check in once in a while, see how you're doing, if that's okay with you. Is that all right with you? He goes, yeah, whatever. So I did. I just that. And I probably waited in the lobby a little over an hour or so. And he came out. He went to the coffee station, and I could see that he was wiping tears from his eyes. And he got his coffee, and he turned around and he saw me sitting there, and I gave him a grin and a nod. And he just kind of shrugged and he went, okay. And he went over and he came and he sat down by me. And he just really unloaded about what he was feeling. You know, he was feeling um, how much more he wished he could have said to his mom. She was in a comatose state at this point, and he was telling me about her condition and what they had gone through. She had had breast cancer that had metastasized to her lungs. And it had been a long road for them going through the chemotherapy and the radiation and the ups and downs of trying to battle the cancer that she was experiencing till they found themselves in this point now where she was ready to transition. And I just listened and listened, and I took his hand, and I just gave him the space he needed. I had no answers for him. There's no right answer in that situation, is there? Is there anything we can really say? Nope. We just need to be present. We just need to be kind. We just need to give grace. I gave him my card when he was ready to move on, and his friends, other family members had come in, and I gave him my card. I said, call me anytime. Anytime you need to talk, you call me. And he gave me a hug, and then he went with his family to be with his mom. And I walked out of there definitely having been shook by this circumstance, because though I say that our experiences are unique to us, there were so many similarities. Like I said, her name was Kathleen and my name was Kathleen. She was 50 years old. My mom was 50 years old when she died. He was 20. I was 20 when my mom died. My son was 20 at that time, and his name is Nathan. My mom also died of breast cancer that had metastasized to her lungs. The similarities were uncanny. And yet I did not know how that young man felt, because nobody knew how I felt. Nobody. Because my mom was my mom. His mom was his mom. Their shared experiences were their own, just like my shared experiences were mine, just like your shared experiences are yours. So, why do you feel so different? Why do you feel so alone? Why do you feel like an alien in your body? Because no one has experienced or gone through what you have just experienced and gone through. Nobody. It is unique to you. And you need the space to be able to feel that, work through that, and find peace and balance in your grief. Welcome to the Club of the Bereaved. I'm really sorry you had to join. If you have any questions that you would like to ask, or if you have any comments you would like to make, I'd appreciate it if you would just put those comments below. Like and share if you think somebody would benefit from this time we've had together. Until next time, I hope you have a wonderful day, and I love you.